Imagine a conscious contact with God so strong that no matter what you are doing or not doing, that no matter what your kids are up to or not up to, and that whether you've got the person of your dreams or they're just not cooperating, that you are happy, content, and at peace. A space where everyone else's thoughts, attitudes, and actions are beautiful and exactly as they are supposed to be. Well, this is the space where I like to play. My name is Mischa Z, and this is today's Bitch Slap. Join me as I shed light on the thoughts, actions, and attitudes that are causing you pain, and we train our minds to go to the capital S inner self, the joy that is waiting for us, the God within.
What can I bring to the table? How can I be of service? How can I be of service? And what can I bring to the table? I am trying to keep that in the forefront of my mind. And as I fight this new idea of this new avatar, right, and shift more towards business, the side of things, strategy, which I love business. It's a part of me that's been rekindled as I come out of, being a stay-at-homeish dad, wandering with intention, and very excited about it. But it is causing me turmoil as I've put a lot of time and effort into the tools for a good life summit and sort of that more of healing modality type of avatar. What's really cool, I do believe, though, is there's a way to bridge those two, and I haven't really figured it out yet. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about that on this episode, but also a really cool breakthrough. I don't know if breakthrough is the right word, but just some freedom I got for asking for some help in this regard. But the 2CCX coaching group that I'm in, which I'm obviously always talking about because it's such a big part of my life, is rolling over to, a new course curriculum, not full sale changes, but definitely changes. And so I feel a little hung out to dry as I'm on my island. I can tend to be on an island when I'm trying to figure things out. So as I sort through needing to do an ask campaign for what all on my current email list would want, as far as a course or a challenge or something like that. I'm battling with the avatar thing too. So this episode's a little woundy. Hopefully by the time it goes up, I'll have all these answers clear as a bell. That's what I'm hoping. So that way, by the time I publish it, I'll be able to laugh at myself. And I think along the ideas of service, of how I can be of service with this, is so you can see the struggle. If you're coming behind me, you can see the struggle of trying to dial in who you're going to help, how you're going to help them, just new ventures. And then if you're ahead of me, you can encourage me to catch up with you and to perhaps show me the a better lit path. And if you're side by side with me, well, we can laugh and cry together. But I consistently get this when I focus on this new idea and don't let the fear of a full pivot take over. I'm generally content. So where am I going with this? All right, where I'm going with this is I've felt alone on the island, and trying to get answers and think my way through it, which is oftentimes a big source of my problems, is me trying to think my way through it. In my journaling at the end of the night, in some meditation, it came clear. The answer came clear. Hey, there's a question in my journaling that's, who do I need to talk to? Effectively, who do I need to talk to quickly? Is there something I need to tell somebody? It's along those lines of a question. And it's like, yeah, I need to communicate with the open classroom, with the open hours of the classroom, with the coaches in this 2CCX. I need to bring up my fears, and I need to be vulnerable, and I'm scared to do it in the open classroom setting because other people are gonna be there, and perhaps judge. Right? I'm really aware in this moment of how much I am concerned what other people are gonna think. Right? And maybe I get thrown out of this whole thing. And if so, what if? And so what? But so I trusted my intuition. Open hours were open until the open classroom, the open office hours for the coaches were open today until 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And of course, I jumped in at 1:35 or something like that, and had to wait 10 minutes till it was my turn, and so I got the last 15 minutes effectively. But it just, I guess the point of all of this whole episode is really when I jumped on the open office hour, the coaches open office hours, and was willing to be vulnerable and share my insecurities and my fears. I immediately got great input and great answers, great ideas, great strategies and tactics. But I also had freedom of the mind. And it was extremely clear. As soon as I got off the call, I was like, oh yeah, okay. Like, although the curriculum has changed, the way that I get to interact with the coaches has changed. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Like, I just, it was very clear how adverse to change I can be, right? And when it's change that brings me uncertainty versus change that's like I know is bringing good. You know what I'm talking about, right? Anyhow, so it felt really good to go in the classroom and get clarity on. I got clarity on where the whole curriculum's going, a more concise vision of what I'm trying to do. Like it's very clear to me right now that when I have ambiguity in a curriculum that I'm following, like that's no good for me, or I need to express it and healthily deal with it. Right? Some people like a looser guardrail in that regard. What else can I say? Just trying to communicate. I I was hoping before I continued with episodes in this vein, I was hoping to have answers, right? I was hoping to be well on the path, well on one avatar path or the other. But I'm not. And it definitely reminds me of that, of when I was in such turmoil with the summit. And then all of a sudden one day, I had a conversation with Robert, I believe his name was. There's the Robert interviews. I think it's 1, 2, 3. Robert number 1, number 2, number 3, perhaps. Robert P. But that's where the inspiration for the Tools for a Good Life Summit was solidified. And so I'm confident that some of that will continue, or that type of inspiration will continue on the avatar, just perhaps not in my time frame. Anyway, thank you for letting me ramble. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. I truly, truly do appreciate it. And if you're with me on this entrepreneurial and spiritual journey, with me, God bless. We'll keep trying one day at a time.
Thank you for spending time with me today. As someone who is committed to growth and service to this world, I so appreciate your willingness to come with me, go within, and serve our world through change. If you found value in this podcast and you know someone who can use this message, share this episode with them. Share it so our mission can be achieved one episode at a time. And of course, subscribe so you can hear more. And lastly, for more resources on what has helped me on my journey and can help you on yours, go to belove.media/resources. That's BELOVE.media/resources. Thank you again for listening.